Hi, I'm Amy Seipke. I'm the Engineering, Computer Science, and Mathematics librarian at UM-Dearborn, and we're going to go over real quick an introduction to the library. So the goals for this presentation are to introduce you to your librarians and show you around the website. I want to give you the information to go ahead and set up some of your library accounts that you'll need during your time here. And I'm going to give you a quick overview of the resources that are available to you here as a student. As I said, my name is Amy Seipke, and I'm the Engineering, Computer Science, and Mathematics librarian, which means that I am the liaison to those departments for the library, and I will be hopefully coming and presenting in your classes, embedded in some of your courses, your online segments of your courses, and I'll be doing presentations and working with your faculty members as well. So the part of the library that I am part of is the Library Research Center, and these are my colleagues. They each liaison to different departments. So if you take any classes that are outside of this department or outside of the college, then these will be your librarians for those courses. So the library, at the Library Research Center, we are based inside of the library. So you can find us inside the library building. And what we can do for you is help you with electronic access. So if you're having trouble getting into a database or getting an ebook, we can help you find resources. If you're working on a project and you need books or articles, we can also do interlibrary loan. So if it's not something that we already have access to, we can find another library that does and get it from them for you. That does take a little bit of lead time, so make sure you get started on it early and not wait till the last minute. We can also help with data sets. So if you're going to work on something that requires a big data set, you don't necessarily need to go out and create the data set. You can get one that somebody else has already used to work on. We can help you evaluate resources to figure out whether or not they're a good fit for your project, whether they're quality research or if they lean towards a certain bias. We can also help you with your creations of your citations and your bibliographies. And at the end of your time here, if you're a grad student, you can choose to do a thesis or dissertation track. And we also help with the reviews and the formatting for those. So real quickly about the library, we are in a physical building on campus, Monday through Thursday, this semester anyways, Monday through Thursday, we're open 9 to 9. Friday and Saturday, we're closed for the semester. And then Sunday, we're open noon to 9 in the physical building, so you can stop in then. You can reach us extended hours on the library's website. This first box tells you the physical hours, and the second box here will connect you to whoever is on duty. It's usually somebody from user services, and they can help you with checking in or out or placing a hold, renewing books, and also usually staffed by someone from the LRC, and we can help you with the more in-depth research questions if you have those. The very first thing you need to do in order to be able to use the library's resources is you need to be logged into your VPN. It's the same VPN we use across campus. But if you don't already have it installed, here is a guide on how to install it. You just go to Students and then ITS VPN guide. You get that installed. Once it's installed, before you start doing your research at the library, make sure it's turned on. Because if you do your research first and you find an article you want and you click on it, it tells you can't access it. You'll have a moment of panic, but also you'll have to log in then to the VPN, and you'll have to go in, close the page, clear your cookies, open the page, find the article again, and click on it to get into it. So it's a lot easier, saves a lot of time if you just log into the VPN first. And the little icon looks like this down in the corner, and then it's just the same VPN as the rest of the campus uses. The second thing you'll need to set up is the My Account. This is, you don't really need to set this up. This is already set up for you. But there is something you might want to look at in a second. You just need to log in with your unique name and your email password. Some of the older information floating around campus might say that you need a library PIN. You don't. It's the same as your email password now. It used to be a PIN number. And then you can click log in. Once you do that, you'll get this information about your account. You can save searches if you know you're going to do the same search over and over through your time here. Save the search, and then all you have to do is hit the one button instead of recreating it. You can create lists if you are working on a group project and you need to share titles with one of your group members. You can make yourself a list in here. If you have a to read list and you know, oh, I really want to read that, but I don't have time right now, you can put it on the list. Read it later during your time. You can also see what you have checked out. That's where you can go to renew things. You can see what you have on hold, what holds you have placed. You can go there to place new holds if you want to request something to be held for you. And then the part that you need to do first, that'll probably save you some time and effort and frustration, is if you are interested in saving your reading history, you need to opt into that. So my reading history here will give you an opt-in button. As a default, the library does not save any record of what you've had checked out. So once you bring it back and we've cleared that it's like in good condition and that it's returned, not damaged, it clears off your account and then we have no record that you ever had it. So if you think you might come back next semester and be like, oh, I really liked that book my professor told me to read last semester, we won't have a record of what that was unless you opt in to save your reading history. So you don't have to do that, but if you're interested in doing it, do it early. The other thing that I would recommend starting your first semester, or as soon as you hear this presentation, would be doing a citation tracker. They're going to save you a lot of time and frustration during your time here. And I'm sure one of your instructors at some point will tell you you have to do it. So you may as well do it now because they're very handy. And you'll kick yourself if you don't do it until your last semester. So the three that we mostly use here are Zotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. Zotero is the only one that's open source. Mendeley and EndNote have a free version, but they're proprietary. So I usually use Zotero. So what you do if you're going to do Zotero is you have to download it onto your machine, set up your account, and then there's a browser add-on. And you can use that browser add-on to track anything you read in your browser. And it'll create the citation for you. It'll create a clickable link that you can just click on next time to go back to it again. You can put your own personalized notes in there if you're making like an annotated bibliography. Then you can put your own notes in there so that you don't have to, oh, which article was it that said that thing? You can put your own note in there in Zotero. But for a more in-depth description of all the cool things that it can do, and how to actually go about installing them, my colleague Raya has already made a whole guide on that. So there's the address to her guide, or you can just go to the box that says subject guides and there's a search bar that'll pop up. And you can just type in Zotero or Mendeley or EndNote, and it'll bring up her guides on creating your own account there. Okay, last thing is a real quick tour through the website. At the top, you'll see an announcement banner. So that is where you'll find important announcements that we need to share with you about the library. So what you'll see up there right now is that the library is restricted to current students, staff, and faculty for this semester, also for winter 2022. You'll see this blue box here, and that is today's hours. If you hover over the clock, it'll show you the hours for the rest of the week that we're open in person. If you go to this box, it will let you contact us via chat or via email or via phone number, or you can make a virtual appointment. So that is what I was saying is usually staffed by someone from user services and also someone from the LRC, so we can help you with both aspects of the library. And then this chat box over here is sticky, so whenever you're on the website, you'll see that box floating around. So you can click on it wherever your point of need is that you need help. Oh, and that's the library's website too, across the bottom here. This is our Mardigian search bar. It's right in the middle of the website. It is a federated search, so it searches within all of our resources. So it can find you an ebook, it can find you a video clip, it can find you an article, it can even look for theses and dissertations. So if you know what you need, you can just type it in there. It'll give you a ton of results. If you want to limit it to something specific, you can pick that from the drop-down box here if you want just articles. I think it also finds information inside of our LibGuides, inside of our web pages that we create for specific user needs. But it works on Boolean operators. If you want to search for a phrase, you have to put that in quotation marks. So if you're looking for 2 words and they have to be together, put quotation marks around it. If you're looking for, make sure it has this phrase and this phrase, you put the word and in between. If there's synonyms, you don't care if it's this one or if it's this one that's popping up, you can put or in between. Or you can also use not to limit your search. So say you're looking for material creation because you're working on some material science projects, but you keep finding all these responses that have to do with religion, with creation. You can put not and then put religion or not God, something like that. And it will, limit your results to more of what you're looking for. So you're not digging through a bunch of results that are noise. If you do need more information that's not coming up within my digging and search there, you can click the box that says add results beyond your library's collection. That will allow you to search for materials that are not here with us in our library, but might be with other libraries in our network. So those would be the things that we would fill out an interlibrary loan form for, and then we could find those, source them, and send them to you. But as I said, that takes a little more time. So if you're looking for quick results, you don't want that box checked. But if you're looking for deep results, then you can check that to search beyond our collection. So as you see here, this one says citation online. So you can click on that, read it, make sure that it's really what you want. And then your next step would be to go back to our home page, go to the student menu and drop down to interlibrary loan, fill out the form, and we can work on getting it for you. The other section, I believe this is the last section that you need to see, is the subject guide section of our main page. So back on the library's homepage, there's a box that says subject guides. You click on that, and it'll take you to a list of subjects. Within those, you'll see the guides, the individual pages that the librarian for that section has created for you specifically here at UM-Dearborn. These are the ones that are all curated by me. If you want, I wonder if Amy wrote a guide about whatever, you can click on my name and it'll bring up all the guides that I've written. If you're looking for within your department, I've created a departmental guide for each department. So there's one for CIS and CE, there's one for ECE, there's one for IMSE, there's one for ME. And then I've also got one that's general resources, their databases and the tech standards. I've got one for rules for writing papers in scientific engineering fields. So there's ones on topics, there's ones on departments here. These are the ones that are tagged for engineering. I also have a section for computer science. I also have a section for mathematics. So if you're looking for general information, like which databases do I go in, what websites are authoritative, where do I find the professional organizations for this field, those you could look in your departmental guide. Or if you're looking for something on a topic, those are there too. If your instructor sends you to find the course page for the class, for their particular class, I do work with instructors to create individual guides for a specific class. Those are all indexed here under class pages, course guides for CE, CS, and mathematics. So if you're looking for a class page that your instructor sent you to find, click on that and it's an index page with all the course guides in it. Here is my contact information if you need to reach out to me. My whole job is to liaison with your department, which means you and your faculty. Anything you need with library resources, information literacy, reach out to me and we can work together to make sure you get all the information that you need during your time here. So thank you and welcome to UM-Dearborn.